सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। हरिः ओम्। Suswagatam. We all are discussing a very subtle topic, and that's meditation. Do you know, in this whole world, the most interesting equipment is our own mind. The most interesting equipment is our own mind. Why is it so? Because this mind gives us joy, and this mind only makes us experience sorrow. So, there is experience of joy and sorrow, joy and sorrow. So what happens? Because of this, the whole system is geared up for action, action and action. And the cause of action is to gain more and more joy and to remove the sorrows from life. So continuous our whole life is doing this sort of attempt, this sort of continuous practice of gaining joy and removing sorrow. Now, here is a point. Those who are few, subtle as well as discriminative people with discriminative mind and intellect, they understand what is this continuous keep attempting for joy and try to remove the sorrows from the life. Is there anything beyond it? Please note it. This stage comes in the life of a seeker, and this stage makes a person a seeker. From a common man, common person to a seeker. Now what is he seeking for, or what is she seeking for? That mind and intellect now is in search of that stage where there is no requirement of the action, but there is a peace and there is completeness. Now, in the last verse, we have seen how every individual is so caught up in the web of action as if they are propelled by the action every moment, as if the action becomes compulsory part of their life. Without that, the life is incomplete. Think, for such people, abiding in the self is very difficult, and therefore great people, Mahatmas and the scripture tell us, give us this method of meditation. So, one must be very clear that how a seeker reaches to this path of subtle understanding as well as practice of meditation. Verse number 8 now says, very beautiful point. Kriya Rupa Pratiyeta, Kriya Rupa Pratiyeta, Tathapi na Kriya Vidhihi, Tathapi na Kriya Vidhihi, Sanyamena Yupadhinam, Sanyamena Yupadhinam, Lupta santi cha tat kriyaha, Lupta santi cha tat kriyaha. It is said here, Kriya Rupa Pratiyeta. Pratiyet means it appears. How? As a form of action. What it is talked about? About the meditation. So, it is mentioned here, meditation, it is appearing as if it is a form of action. Tatha api na kriya vidhihi. But understand that it is not the form of action. Okay. Now tell us, how is it so? Because Sanyamena Yupadhinam. Indeed, Upadhinam, all the equipments. What are the equipments? Body, mind and intellect. Lupta Santi. Lupta means complete cessation of their action. Lupta Santi. That means completely there is a cessation of action. No action on the levels of these three equipments. Tata kriyaha. What is called? Their action cease to be. In what? In the state of meditation. And therefore, it is not action, though it appears as action. Okay. Now, one has to be very clear. Why meditation is not action? So, what is action? That which produces result. That which produces result. And we have seen what sort of result action can produce, the 4 part of result which we have seen in our previous session. So one has to be very clear now, the meditation is not actually producing any result. Why? Because now again focus on what is meditation. It is effortless awareness of our true nature. Effortless awareness of true nature. What is my true nature? Sat Chit Ananda. This true nature is right from the beginning and it is forever without any change. So, we are not doing anything as we are not gaining it it is already gained. Only we are realizing it is. So, to understand it, one must be knowing these two important aspects. One, which is called as apraptasya prapti. Apraptasya prapti. That means that which is not today with us, that we have to achieve. Okay. So that which is not there today with us, that we have to achieve. So example, if you want to have a bigger car, which is not there today, then what you have to do for gaining or for purchasing a new car? I have to work more and earn more money so I can purchase a big car, a comfortable one. So what is happening? That which is not there today is gained by the action in due course of time. So that is called as apraptasya prapti. Okay, it is possible through action. Now, praptasya prapti. What is the second important aspect? Praptasya prapti. That which already you have with yourself, only you are realizing, and that's called as praptasya prapti. So, in our scriptures, a beautiful example is given of a necklace. One lady who comes from a late night party, and because she is tired, she just goes to bed and sleep. Next morning, she understands that, my God, I was wearing the necklace. Where is that now? And she starts finding everywhere and making a big fuss of it that, oh, it is lost, it is lost. What? My necklace is lost. Husband comes from the next room and says, what are you doing? Why are you just screaming? Oh my dear hubby, my necklace is lost which I was wearing for the last night party. So he smiles in his mind and just takes his wife in front of the mirror and says, look into the mirror and in your neck, what's there? So she says, my God, it's there. Now, this is called as praptasya prapti. That which was there, but it was only a wrong notion created by the mind that it is lost. But it was always there during this wrong notion of the mind. Similarly, the mind and intellect, which is ignorant in nature. Please understand, that which is covered with the tamasic aspect of this Maya Prakriti is always under the illusion that today I am incomplete. I have to complete myself. And therefore, there is a continuous this struggle going on to become happy. Please note, there is a struggle going on in the mind of everyone. What? To become happy. Today, I am not happy. Sometimes people say, yes, today I am happy, but I want to be happier than this. This is a very, sort of a very funny situation. Yes, today I am happy, but I want to gain more happier state than this. And how would you get it? No, if I gain that thing which I want, then I will be more happy. Okay, having reached to that happier state, she says, no, I want to reach the better and better, happiest stage of the life. How do we gain that? Then I must go to some foreign country or something like that. So, point here is, mind is under illusion that today I have to become happy, and when it will happen, when I achieve something, a material object. This is a wrong notion. Now, with the practice of meditation, but with a right knowledge of the scriptures, a mind must follow the intellect. That intellect which guides this mind should have this conviction now that what continuous struggle that instrument was doing was actually incorrect. Was actually incorrect. This requires a really great sort of courage. Why? Please note, mind does not accept one's own mistake. How? Just see. If you point out someone's mistake, immediately that person says, no, I have not done. This person has done, that person has done, and so on and so forth. Therefore, we have seen and we have experienced to ourselves that how we also had this experience that if someone points out our mistake, we want to run away or we want to just, shade it away. Think. Why? Mind does not want to accept one's own mistake. Why is it so? Because if that mind accepts the mistake, then it has to correct it. And that correction requires a discipline. Correction requires some hard measures which mind doesn't want to take up. Please note it. A common mind does not want discipline. A common mind does not want any hard effort to change one's own structure of our own thought pattern. And therefore that mind cannot improve its own status. But seekers, having understood the reality, they try their efforts, they try their capacity, they do their best to remove this so-called as thick covering of illusion. And how is it possible? The first is to reflect over all the knowledge of the scripture and remove the doubts from the mind. There should not be a single doubt about the scriptural injunctions. Please note, there should not be a single doubt about any scriptural injunction. Having removed all the doubts, the person must understand, now I have to realize my own true nature. And what is the method? The method is practice of meditation from the level where we are to the level of state of meditation, dhyana avastha. Today we are in Dhyana Abhyasa level. So this Dhyana Abhyasa will take all of us to Dhyana Avastha. And why is it so? Because to remove this sort of wrong notion of becoming happy by the action and not today or not in a present state, but it is tomorrow or after some time. That illusion a seeker has to break, that the happiness is my nature and it is available 24/7. Therefore, there is nothing called as tomorrow, or there is nothing called as because of. Please note, there is nothing called as tomorrow I will gain the happiness, or there is nothing called as because of this object, because of this situation, or because of this person I'll gain happiness. No, this is a wrong notion. Therefore, practice of meditation will take us to that subtle heights of Dhyana Avastha. So let us prepare ourselves. Let me just tell you some information. Tomorrow we may complete, or we will complete rather, this beautiful journey of guided meditation. So those who would like to offer Guru Dakshina, they may do so. You will get the link in different groups. Okay. So wherever you are. Now, first level is complete control over the gross body, where the body will not move tan here or there. So let us achieve this by mastering one posture. I have already told you, you can have 3 different postures for the meditation. Practice which is best for you. Understand it by abhyasa, by practice. One is Sukhasan, another is Ardha Padmasan, and the next third one is Padmasan. Whatever is most suitable for you. Then in next 10-15 minutes, see to it that your posture remains firm and there is no action on this body level. Let us check. If you are sitting on the chair, your legs should be completely resting on the floor, and there should be a mat on the floor, so there should be an insulation. Your hands you can keep on your legs. If you are wearing your spectacles, you may remove them, and see to it that your back is straight, your neck is straight, your eyes are gently closed. Your facial expression is pleasant. Having checked over the gross, now turn your attention to the subtle part of this instrument. That's the breathing process. Just observe how effortlessly air is coming inside and effortlessly the air is going outside. To understand the effortlessness, one can just observe one's own breathing. It's just going on. It is so much, so effortless that when you do some action in your office or at your home, we do not remember or recognize that the breathing, which is continuously happening effortlessly. This is a best example to understand the effortlessness. Having gained good one-pointed attention by observing the breath, maybe using numbers to count, so you can have a better concentration. Let us lift our mind to the next level. The mind now is having different thoughts. Let us not disturb this mind by labeling any thought. A seeker has to develop a strong witnesshood. Be a witness of the mind. This requires a good strength to just observe one's own mind without any interaction, without putting any label to any thought, without thinking which thought should come and which thought should not come. No such sort of attempt, but just be the witness of the mind. Let the thought come of a good quality or a bad quality. Let us not label it as good and bad. This requires a good strength to just be a witness. Having gained a good control over this step, now a seeker has to take an advantage of scriptural knowledge from the intellect part of this instrument. Recollect all the information provided by the scriptures. Body, mind and intellect. are the three instruments. Body is a gross instrument. Mind and intellect are subtle instruments. Let us know and firmly understand that I am the controller of BMI, body, mind and intellect. As for this time, there is a total control over the gross body. There is total control over the mind, because the mind now is not disturbing at all. Because of the witness, the mind has slowed down and reached to the state of stability. It is quiet and ready to follow the intellect now. The conviction of the intellect now is direct and very clear. Nature of this instrument is a continuous change. But the nature of the self is changeless. This changeless nature is the nature of Atma Tattva. The nature of Atma Tattva is Sat Chit Anand. Though they appear as three, as Sat, Chit and Anand, but they are not three, but one alone. It is like two sides of one coin. Sat aspect is called in English existence principle. That existence principle is a substratum of everything in this world. Without the substratum, there cannot be an existence of any object in the world. So the real existence of everything in this world is nothing because of this principle called as Sat. The existence principle itself is consciousness. It is self-effulgent. It is self-illuminous, which illumines everything in the world without any support at all. It is a knowledge principle. It knows everything. This conscious principle, that which is existence principle too, is Anandasvarupa itself. It is of the nature of bliss. What is this bliss? It is complete in itself. It is infinite in itself. It is one without the second. So when there is nothing other than it, then there is only one and one. Which is this Sat Chit Anand as a true nature of Tatma Tattva. A seeker who practices every day this subtle part of the path of knowledge slowly starts getting the glimpse of absolute silence. That silence which is not created because of any object. That silence is very nature of the self. At this moment, when there is complete cessation of action on body level, on mind level, and also to the great extent on the intellectual level. A seeker must realize the difference between a silence created because of something and silence as a true nature of the self. Where there is no duality, but the self and the self alone. Just be there. Just be there. You can bring your hands in Namaskar position. Om. You can give a good massage to your eyes. Bring back it to the Namaskar position. Have a gratitude towards Almighty Lord. Have a gratitude towards everyone. Pray for everyone. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayah. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.